But you very rarely meet other Barry. Are there any other Barrys here tonight? A woman. A lady Barry. Okay, well, let's riddle this. So, but you've never been here before. Were you just drawn by the fact that a Barry was emceeing? You're like, I've got to see this. Are you really called Barry? I am Barry, yeah. You are Barry? Yeah, from Wales. You are Barry from Wales, yeah. Every part of the union has a Barry. I'm the English Barry. This is the Welsh Barry. The Scottish Barry isn't allowed out of Scotland. But there's a Barry Island in Wales. Is that where you live? Is this your estate? Like, that's what you get your name from. You thought it'd be funny? All right. Well, we need to know your back history for it to be funny. So, do you think everybody here is stalking you? It's just like, this is going to make everyone. So hang on. Right. Okay. Don't bring your own jokes to a comedy club. That's it. Like. It's like going to a laundrette with your own done laundry. It's like, I'm good, I've got this. So, hang on, your name isn't Barry? No, it's not. Okay, fine. To be honest, that's the weirdest kind of interjection that anybody... Any other Barrys? Imagine everyone just went, yeah, I'm called Barry. What's your real name? Simon. So, okay, so let's just... you know what, I'm going to ask you a few more questions just to see whether you're a threat. Right? That's all. But so hang on. So your name isn't Barry. It's Larry. Oh Christ. Okay. You might be a threat. Are you her carer? You got a? How do you guys know each other? Is this a date that's taken a serious left turn? So, date release? Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to talk to you much more. But so how do you know Ari or whatever her name is? Yeah. It's Erica. Thank you very much for. Thank you very much. And is she going to be dangerous at any point? Is that?
I'm kind of worried. Yeah.
You're kind of worried. How long? What's your name, sir?
Ross.
Ross. Thank you very much. It's that easy, right? Is that his name? All right. Okay. And and Ross, are you a couple? Have you been together a while?
I think about
Half a year. So, and how'd you meet, Ross?
At a party about 10 years ago.
At a party 10 years ago, and you've been together for 6 months. I've got a feeling she's been stalking you for 9.5 years. I've got a feeling that might be happening. All right, well, anyway, nice to meet you, but I'm going to talk to some other people. Because I really fully... Actually, you know what, one thing I will find out is, Ross, what do you do for a living? Because you look like you've got a kind of real job. You have that kind of look of a...
I'm an aerial engineer.
Did you hear that? I don't know if you heard it. An aerial engineer, right? Now... Sorry, an aerial? An aerial erector. And that's why we're together, says Harry. Okay, well, your feet are on the ground now, so we're safe. So, so you erect the kind of 5G aerials. Is that what you do?
A little bit of that and TV aerials and satellites.
A little bit of that. You know what? I love the way you suddenly become a geezer. A little bit of that. Listen, any kind of aerial, you got me. I'll do that. I'll fucking do your washing up. I'll do your laundry as well. That kind of aerial. I don't care. Any kind of aerial. There's all right. I love the way you became really London there, Ross. Like, no, I'm not. I'm actually a geezer. Don't worry about it. I do love that accent, by the way, the London accent. All right, how you doing? Because you do expect a man's man with that accent, don't you? Although you don't necessarily expect a man with that accent to have a feminine side. You wouldn't expect that man to go, all right, my name's Dave. Something you should know about me, right? I fucking love Pilates. Seriously, feel my core. I was out the other night, some dickhead stole my aura. What's that about? Right? But I'm from Dorset, which is the opposite of a man's accent. Like, I don't even know what... The Dorset accent is this. Hello there. How are you doing? You're right. Right? And I lost that accent when I was about 16 because I realised at some point I was going to want to have sex. With a human. Like, because it's just not... You know, like, when you hear that accent, your associations aren't, like... I mean, it's the Hobbit accent to begin with, but, like, you just don't imagine anyone clever having that accent, the sad thing. Like, if you go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, oh, hello there, oh, come on in, take a seat, everybody's brain goes, oh, am I at the vet? and that's why I lost that accent as well. I mean, the thing is, you were taking the mickey out of all the Harry names, and you're right to do that, because I kind of want to get rid of the Barry name, because the Barry name is itself terrible. Like, how many women ever slept with the Barry? Sorry, your mum. Somebody else shouted, my mum. Your mum has slept with a Barry. There's is your dad a Barry? Your dad's a Barry. Wow, that's great that a Barry is procreated. Sorry? That's what he did, yeah. That was what I was insinuating. That's great, we got there eventually. What name did they give you? What was that? Hannah Sicily? Wow, is that were you conceived in Sicily? Is that the... Sicily's your gran? All right, is everybody on crack? Yeah, I know. Listen, we sat you with the crack ads. There you go. I don't know. Anyway, Hannah Sicily, very much. Is Sicily your middle name? So your full name is Hannah Sicily. And have you been to Sicily? No, not yet. Fuck it. I'm not even curious. I've been to the Scilly Isles. That's enough, isn't it? Sounds similar. There's that's fine. All right. Well, you know what? I'm loving everyone that I'm talking to, but I'm a little bit scared. To be fair, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. But yeah, I was saying the Barry, because Barry's. I'm having to date at the moment, right? Now, I by cheer. How many people have been on the apps by cheer? Now that is a lie. Way more people, not right now, but in the past. How many people at some point since they've come up, like Tinder, whatever, has been on one of the apps? By cheer. That's all of you, and the silent sadness that everybody else has also been on the apps. But the problem is I've got to put my own name, and you can't, like, the name Barry just doesn't suggest. Like, no one, you know, the apps are all about your future, aren't they? What you hope for your future. Nobody hopes a Barry in their future. But no, you say but it's true. You know, like, where are the Barrys? Like, it would be good if my name was Harry. That's so close to Barry, but it's a much better name, isn't it? Like, you know that, because culturally, where are the Harrys? There's Prince Harry. He's a cool prince. He's moonwalked out of that weird royal family into Hollywood, hasn't he? There's the film Dirty Harry, and you know just from the name of that film, that's a cool film about a cool person. But a film called Dirty Barry... That's not a cool film, is it? Is it? That is a Netflix documentary. Crucially, that you don't want to be in. Like, nobody wants to be in... Like, when Barry met Sally... That's a short film about dogging. Listen, have you Googled your own name? Yeah. And what's your full name? Wow, that's a fantastic name. Is there another one? Yes, a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Eleni, so are you Greek? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm from immigration. No. Yeah, we work by smell now, right? Sorry. Anyway, Greek. So that sounded way more. You know what? That wasn't.
That's terrible.
That wasn't meant to be the burn that you guys made it. All right? But I'm so sorry. You know, I'm going to think back to that moment tomorrow and go. So sorry. Fuck off. Anyway, right, but who are the other, who's the first, in Google, who's the first? Eleni, what's your last name? Eleni? Hosolido, yeah. And, fuck off!
Spell it.
What was that? Fucking spell it. It's aggressive. Are you talking to her? Because it's like, that's a terrible, spell your own fucking name. Hang on. What's your name, Mr. Geezer, that's suddenly... What's your name? Oh, now you're fucking quiet.
Smith.
Yeah, go on.
Smith.
It's Mick.
Smith.
Smick.
S-M-I-T-H.
What? What the fuck is everyone smoking? So, hang on. The smoke... This isn't dry ice. This is crack smog, is it? What did you say? Your name is?
Smith.
Smith. is the Matrix. You can't just be called Smith. What's your... What's your name? I'm Smith. Any other names? Just Smith. You would make a shit spy. Pick a name. Well, in England, they're all called Smith. I will be called Smith. The only name. So you can't be called Smith. Like a Smith. I create Smiths. Like, what's your first... Thanks, mate. That joke's for you. But what's your full name? What, Smith? Steve Smith. There you go. We got there in the end, Steve Smith. That's all right. And I'll tell you what, there are loads of other Steve Smiths out there. Who's the most well-known Steve Smith?
Me.
Other than this acid casualty, right? Who's the other Steve Smith?
I don't know.
You don't know? There must be. I mean, you know what?
Cricketer.
The Australian cricketer. There you go. Even Ross has googled your name. Looking for other potential partners, no doubt, right? But do you ever find that you sometimes get 3 words into a sentence and your brain goes, "Oh, I wonder how this is going to end"? Do you have that? Or have you ever had the thing where this happened to me the other day. I was telling somebody my opinion on a thing, and I got halfway through, and my brain went, "This is not my opinion." It's just something that I'd heard on a podcast, and at some point my brain is like, "Yeah, we'll have that opinion. Fuck it, we'll just put it in there, right?" And I was telling this in like an animated way, like, do you know how stupid the thing was? It's the opinion that I was apparently really believed in was I was talking about Batman. Like, I care about Batman, right? That Batman was the best superhero, right? And you think, no, right? Okay, all right. So I was saying that, and as I was saying that, I was like, I do not believe in that, and I passionately do not believe that he is. Because what people say about Batman, right, is they go, no, he's the best superhero, because he's just a regular guy fighting crime. He's got no, no, he's not a regular guy. He's the billionaire Bruce Wayne. Being a billionaire is the best superpower you can have. Look, like, if I wake up tomorrow with the superpower of flight, I fly myself to work. Right? If I wake up tomorrow with $1 billion, I fly my jet over work, bombing work, on my way to Spain. Like Batman, right, is basically a nerd that thinks he's going to solve everyone else's problems by buying himself cool shit. Like his Batmobile, and he never spends 1 bat cent on the real cause of Gotham's crimes, which are fundamentally economic. Right? I'm sorry, right? But if your employment options are a clown, whether it's the Joker or Ronald McDonald, let's be fair, your life is fucked, right? And I'm sorry, right? You give me $1 billion, not only can I solve crime in Gotham, I could turn a profit, right? What you do is you go to the most run-down, crime-filled neighbourhood, right? You open an artisanal bakery, an escape room, like a kombucha brewery, and you let the hipsters drive those criminals out. It's called gentrification, Bruce, right? You would have learned that in business school if you weren't too busy dressing in tights and punching the mentally ill. Yeah, and I'm glad your parents are dead. Fuck it, I said it, yeah. Who takes an 8-year-old to an opera? Cunts, that's who. Yeah. Fucking hell. Controversial opinions, that's what you're hearing here. Sorry, I was triggered. I don't know what happened. Halfway through saying, I was like, that's not my opinion either, but fuck it. I stuck to it, and that's the main thing. No. And sleep, right? Thank you for attempting to join in, but we'll chat afterwards. You went like that. No. That was great, but you need therapy.